Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how to be kind even when no one is kind to you. To begin, we will talk about some of the main reasons people show kindness without expecting anything in return. I believe some of the main reasons to be empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another; socialization, the process of learning to behave in a way that is acceptable to society; and the cycle of kindness, meaning when a person receives an abundance of kindness throughout their life, they are very likely to return the kindness that they have been given. Of all the reasons, the cycle of kindness seems to be the one that almost never fails to produce positive results. The reason for this is scientific. It's similar to the law of conservation of energy that states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be changed from one form to another. The same usually goes for genuine acts of kindness. Many of the people who regularly perform acts of kindness are the ones who have had the privilege of growing up within a social class that shielded them from animosity and misfortune. They are the ones who have only for the most part received kindness from others, and thus were able to transform positive energy they received into more positive energy. Whereas many people who have had the misfortune of growing up within a social class that subjected them to many of the evils of the world, such as racism, sexism, and discrimination, have much less positive energy to transform into positive energy, and much more negative energy to give as a result of the negative energy they have received throughout their lives. So now we're getting to the big question. Apart from empathy and socialization, is there a way for those who have very little positive energy to work with, because they have been given very little positive energy, to somehow create positive energy out of nothing and defy the law of conservation of energy? I found that, although very challenging, this is very possible with the right knowledge, mindset, and training of the mind. In order to go about achieving this, a person must first gain knowledge about how the whole universe works. Many people believe that the universe is unjust because many innocent and kind people suffer tremendously throughout their lives and even end up dying early, while some of the most cruel and unjust gain wealth and prosperity by underhanded means. The fact that such injustices take place regularly discourages many people from attempting kindness because they believe that their good deeds will not bear fruit, and cheating their way through life using underhanded tactics will yield better results. This mindset is similar to eating unhealthy pastries and toxic foods because of the immediate pleasure they provide, while shunning whole foods and vegetables that will benefit you long term, as the unhealthy pastries kill you slowly. In this scenario, the unhealthy pastries are cheating your way through life by using selfish and underhanded tactics to bring others down in order to lift yourself up, while the whole fruits and vegetables are living an honest life and spreading kindness while refraining from harming other living beings despite any misfortunes you may have experienced in your life. The reason I say that these two things are very similar are because of the long-term and short-term orientation of these actions. The way the universe works is that a person's consciousness is basically recycled after it separates from the body during death, meaning that your consciousness will still exist, but you'll be given another form after death of your physical body. When this new form is given to you, you will have no memories of your past life, so death is really more like a state of amnesia for the soul. And what determines the form you will be given after death, as well as the realm you will inhabit, is the good or bad karma you've accumulated throughout your life. And so those who constantly harm others to benefit themselves, whether publicly or secretly, will inhabit the lower realms and be reincarnated as animals, or in the animal realm, or as some other form of life that is much worse than the current human life they have. Whereas those who are kind and innocent but end up experiencing a lot of misfortune at the hands of others will be reincarnated into much higher realms where the gods and demigods reside, or they may become human again but have vastly different and much more fortunate lives as a result of their good karma. It is a bit like heaven and hell, except a lot more complicated because there are more realms and it is very real. The existence of these higher and lower realms proves the just nature of the universe. This is not the only life you live, and so instead of feeling injustice or trying to create your own justice when it seems like life is unfair and there's no point in being kind, just know that this short 80 to 100 years many experience in a human form is nothing compared to the endless cycle of life that will continue. And so, despite any suffering you may experience, it is always good to remember that although you may not be able to control the misfortune of this life, you can help prevent misfortune in the next life by choosing to remain just and kind despite your circumstances. If you allow your misfortune to make an unjust person out of you, you will not only experience misfortune in this life, your next life will also be equally as hellish because of the bad karma that you have accumulated as a result of your misfortune. And so it's always better to remind yourself that no matter what happens, being kind and will always pay in the end, and the universe will always take care of any injustices you may have experienced. In other words, choose a salad, which is analogous to spreading love and kindness while refraining from harming other living beings despite your circumstance, instead of the temporary temporary high of the highly toxic pastry, which is analogous to sacrificing others for your personal gain, which will generate bad karma and bring you future misfortune. Thank you for watching, and I will post multiple links that evidence reincarnation in the description box below. There have been multiple real psychological studies done on this because many children from the age of 3 to 5 remember their past lives, and so it is a very real thing. In the next video, we will talk about how eating animal products affects your ability to be kind, your karma, and your overall energy body.